The hall shook with screams. Guests clutched their stomachs, vomiting blood and foam onto the white floor. Plates of jollof rice scattered, chairs overturned as people collapsed one after another. The music stopped mid-beat. The bride and groom, Tund and Amaka, were in the center of the dance floor, holding hands, smiling as the crowd cheered. Suddenly, they both froze, staggered, and fell to the ground together, slumping in the middle of their wedding dance. The hall erupted in chaos. Imagine being at a wedding and in just minutes the hall turns into a scene of death. This is not just a movie, my people. These are the kinds of real-life stories we bring to you on this channel. Don't just watch and go. Hit that subscribe button now so you won't miss the shocking truth behind stories like this. Women pulled off their ghillie, crying out in agony. Children screamed. Some guests tried to drag their loved ones up, but bodies were too heavy, lifeless. The once joyful celebration had turned into a battlefield of death. And at the side of the hall stood Chika, the caterer. His chest rose and fell in confusion. He stared at the food he had cooked with his sweat and passion. His dream had always been to feed people with joy, but now, his food had destroyed a wedding. He dropped his serving spoon and fell to his knees. God! No be me do this thing! I swear no be me! But nobody believed him. Fingers pointed in his direction. Now the chef kill them! Arrest am! Angry voices rose, ready to tear him apart before the police stormed in and dragged him away. At the hospital, wails filled the corridors. Families paced and prayed as doctors rushed back and forth. Victims were laid out in rows, oxygen masks strapped to their faces. Tund, the groom, never opened his eyes again. His new bride Amaka, weak and pale, lay unconscious beside him. Back at the police station, Chika was handcuffed to a chair, sweat dripping down his face. Officer, please. I know fit poison my own food. I even chop them myself. I don't know how this thing happened. The DPO leaned forward, his face hard. 50 people collapse after eating your rice. How you want explain am? Chika shook his head violently. Then he remembered. His newly employed assistant, Ngozi. She had joined his catering team just 2 weeks earlier. Quiet girl, hardworking, never questioned orders. But something about her eyes always carried a hidden fire. The police decided to search Chika's kitchen. They found his CCTV camera, still recording. They carried it back to the station and played it. What they saw silenced the entire room. The footage showed Chika finishing the cooking, wiping his face, and locking the kitchen before heading to the hall. Minutes later, Ngozi slipped back inside. She opened each cooler of steaming jollof rice and sprinkled a white powder, carefully mixing it in with a wooden spoon. Her face was calm, her movements deliberate. The officers gasped. Chika screamed, banging the table. I talk say no be me. And when Ngozi was finally arrested, the truth poured out. She confessed bitterly that she was Tund's ex-lover. He had dated her for 12 years, wasted her youth, filled her with promises of marriage, only to dump her and marry Amaka. The day she saw the wedding invitation letter on Chika's table, something inside her broke. She swore Tund would never live to enjoy the love he denied her. Revenge burned in her heart, and she executed her plan without mercy. Tund died that same night. Amaka, the bride, survived after days on oxygen. Her new life as a wife began in sorrow, mourning the man she thought would be her forever. And Chika? Though proven innocent, his heart remained shattered. His hands, once blessed to feed many, had been used by another to serve death. His name would forever be tied to the tragedy of that wedding. My people, see how bitterness and revenge can destroy lives. Ngozi's anger didn't just end Tund's life, it shattered families, ruined a wedding, and stained innocent hands. This is why we say, no matter what someone does to you, don't pay evil for evil. Leave vengeance for God. Because when you choose revenge, you carry many innocent souls along with your pain. Pray over your food. Be careful who you let close to you. And above all, forgive, even when it hurts. Because unforgiveness can turn a human being into a killer. If you've watched this far, then you know this channel is not ordinary. Every story here carries a lesson, a warning, and a truth that can save lives. Subscribe today, join our family, and never miss out on stories that will shock you, teach you, and keep you thinking long after the video ends.